Hello, and welcome to the Empowerography Podcast. This is a platform created for women's voices to be heard and a place to share their stories, journeys, and successes with the world for the purpose of helping other women who might be on similar journeys. We are empowering women one episode at a time. I'm your host, Brad Walsh, so kick back, grab one of your favorite beverages, and enjoy the stories. You've got a story to share, a message to inspire, and a passion ready to ignite. But where do you start? The world is waiting for your voice. With From Idea to Implementation, Start Your Own Podcast, you'll get the roadmap to turn your vision into reality. This isn't just a course, it's your launching pad. Step by step, we'll break down the process from defining your purpose to recording your first episode so you can finally share your voice with confidence. Stop overthinking it and start doing it. Your voice has the power to connect and lead. Are you ready to use it? Join the waitlist today. Your podcast journey starts now. The world is waiting. You can find the link to sign up for the waitlist in the show notes. We'll see you soon. Hello there, Brad Walsh here, your host of the Empowerography Podcast. Today, my guest is Camille Miller. She is a transformational leader, a celebrated influencer who works with soul-led entrepreneurs, the creator of the Soul Professional Society, a podcast host, an adjunct professor, a speaker, a master teacher, and a two-time Amazon best-selling author. Welcome, Camille. I am so happy to have you here. How are you doing today?
I'm doing fabulous. Thanks for having me, Brad.
It is my honor and my pleasure. I am so excited to have you here and looking forward to jumping in. So with that being said, let's get started. That is one hell of a lot of hats and quite a resume you wear. You are quite a resume you have. You are an incredibly busy woman. How do you find the time for all of this, and how do you prioritize, and how important is prioritization and organization for you?
Very. And I will say that I have a lot of passion projects, but what I've learned over the last year is the only way I can really move ahead is to let go of things. So this year I'm actually letting go of a lot of things so I can concentrate and just allow space for other things to open. Like I just finished my last collaborative book of a series, my podcast, some boot camps, some things that I've done for a while and I've already mastered. I'm letting them all go, even though I enjoy them, but I have to let them go.
Sometimes we have to release, yes, to make room for bigger and better things.
Yeah.
So I'm very curious then, with you wearing so many hats, what does your morning routine look like?
So you will be surprised to know that I do a lot of self-reflection. I get up, I have a cup of coffee by myself. I just sit in silence and reflect really for a good amount of time, depending on the season, because as seasons change, my clock kind of changes too. I usually don't take a first client call or go straight into business almost till 10 a.m. my time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. If I have a spurt of energy or I feel like writing, I really just kind of do whatever feels right in that moment. If I need to rest, I rest. If I need to reflect, if I need to think. But sometimes I get these bursts of energy and I can write, or all of these ideas happen. So I allow space for that to happen.
Yeah, beautiful. And so what drives, motivates, and inspires you to keep going and excelling at all that you do, Camille?
It's kind of fun, Brad. It's just kind of fun.
That's a good motivation.
Yeah. I mean, most of my job is really just helping other people bring their gifts to the world. So it's so exciting to be able to strategize and be a thought partner and just brainstorm. I mean, I love that.
Yeah,
that is my zone of genius. I just love doing it. Can't help myself.
Yeah, workshopping ideas and brainstorming ideas is a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's not work to me, and I think that's the key, right? It's not work. I do it anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So can you share with us then what you're doing for a living before making the jump into entrepreneurship, and what was the catalyst for that shift?
Yeah, a large number of things. And I just had this a call about finding your zone of genius with my membership, that if you look back, I attract multi-passionate people. I just do, right? They all are all over the place, just like me. And I said, but if you look, there's always a common thread through it all, right? There's something about it, but most of us master things and then move on. We get bored, we move on, right? But I have been in real estate. I have been in not-for-profit work. I've done so many different things. but it's all good. So the job before this, I was CEO of the Northeast Organic Farming Association. I led the state of New Jersey, and then I became acting president of the entire Northeast, which put me in Washington. We're working on the organic label and our food and farming issues here in the United States. But it was in that role that I met all of these incredible, soulful people that I felt were hiding a piece of themselves. And they had these bigger dreams, these ambitions, but they were kind of stifled by just doing what society has told them to do. So that job was defunded in 2015. And although I had offers to do other work, I just felt that I just wanted to help other people bring their gifts to the world. And that has become my thing. And I felt that there wasn't really a safe space for everyone to come together. Now we've had a paradigm shift. I think it was started then back in 2015 is where I really believe it started. Yeah. But then I just started getting these downloads of this is what you need to do. And this is how you need to lead it. And it just kind of morphed into what we are today, almost 10 years later.
Wow. And so this was what led you to become a transformational leader working with soul-led entrepreneurs. So what does that mean to you personally, to be a soul-led entrepreneur? How do you define that? And how does it differ from traditional entrepreneurship in your thoughts and opinions?
Yes, I think it matters. And I think it is a vast difference because entrepreneurs, I would say in the past, I don't think that's really happening anymore, although very creative. Because that's what's bringing that entrepreneur mind and the innovation forward. But I think it was always more about money. And I feel like a soul-led one still finds the gaps in the world, but does it from a place of their heart center. Does it make them feel good? Does it bring them joy? Is it really combining all of their best and unique powers? So when I teach it, I'm always like, everyone in this world has a unique gift. We were all blessed with one. So you can't compete with anyone else because no one can be you.
That's right.
So how do we bring that forward so it's so authentic and so clean and your truth and your vision and you are living the life that you want to live on your terms and you just naturally attract people. You don't have to go hanging out and selling all the time. 100% of my business is word of mouth and people being introduced to me.
That is undoubtedly the best form of marketing and the cheapest form of marketing. It doesn't cost you anything. It's word of mouth.
I made that mistake too. We all make mistakes.
Yes, absolutely. That's part of the journey, right? That's part of the journey as entrepreneurs is making those mistakes, learning from them and taking the lessons forward to better yourself. And so what lights you up or inspires you the most about working with and helping soul-led entrepreneurs?
Those aha moments when they realize that they can do it their way. And so many times they come to me after they've worked with someone else who told them, you have to do it my way. And these are the 10 steps and everyone has to be exactly the same. And they find me and they're like, all my life I was told that I was doing it wrong. You're not doing it wrong. We just have to tweak it so it really feels good. If you don't want to be on video, don't be on video. You don't want to do social media, don't do social media. I don't even have a website. So like you just be you because that people are attracted to energy. So just be you. Just be like you can't pretend to be an extrovert if you're an introvert. Right? So stop it. Yeah. Stop doing all the things that don't make you feel good.
Yeah. Stop doing what all these other people have told you need to do in order to succeed. Like you said, the paradigm has shifted. We're moving into a new era where things don't have to be done the way they've been done. And I think that COVID was a huge catalyst for that, for waking people up to realize, wait a minute, we don't have to do shit this way. This has been done this way for so long. There's a new way. There's a better way. There's a different way of doing shit. And it's okay.
Yeah. And it has to feel good. I think people are starting to get in touch with what brings them joy. And that happened during COVID too. But we needed that to happen for this paradigm to continue to shift. Well, we needed to be stuck.
Isn't that what life's all about? Doing what makes you happy? Like,
absolutely.
We're only here for a short time, so you might as well fucking enjoy it.
Yeah.
Plain and simple. Well put. It's pretty simple. So in the work that you do, Camille, how do you help entrepreneurs connect with their soul's purpose? Because I'm sure some come to you, I don't know what my purpose is, or I need help. I need guidance with finding my soul purpose. So how do you help them connect to that?
Yeah. So I usually work with people once they have some type of idea or they know they're meant for bigger things, right? And then I help them bring that idea to life. But I always start with, tell me your ultimate dream. Tell me what your life would look like if money didn't matter. What would you be doing? Who would you be surrounded with? Or how would you travel? How many hours would you be working, right? If money didn't matter, tell me what your day would look like. And in those words, they're telling me their business.
It seems like a huge daunting task, though, when you think about it. It's like what you hear I don't know what the fuck my purpose is. I have no idea what I want.
Yeah. So I would say, tell me about your childhood. Tell me about your parents. Tell me about your friends. What do you do when you go out? Because you've always done what your unique genius is. You've always done it.
Really?
Yep.
You think so?
Yeah. So it's always shown up, but not in the way you think it's showing up. So it took me a long time to figure out that my unique genius is seeing what others can't. I can literally talk to someone and know their entire business model and how it's going to play out. But I've done it over decades. Over time, I've worked in so many industries that I just see it. I just see the plan, right? And when I think about my childhood, or I think about even in college, people came to me all the time to figure shit out. When I can't figure shit out, let's go to Camille, right? Because I just clearly see things. Like in chaos, I'm the one who sees the path out. I don't hear the noise. I am not the friend to cry to if you broke up with your boyfriend or something like that. I'm not that friend because I'm just like, get over it. My first degree was in counseling psychology. I was not good at that. But that has served me in what I do today. That's why I always say I'm really not a coach. I'm a mentor. I'm a guide. I'm an advisor. I'm not going to play games. I'm not going to ask you a lot of questions so you come up with the answer with the aha. I'm just going to say, this is the way it needs to be. Does it feel good to you? Does this feel good or does that feel good? What doesn't feel good, right? Those are called non-negotiables. Doesn't feel good, don't do it. This is not rocket science, but it does take a lot because we are not taught that way. When you go to school, you're not taught that way, right? And I still teach MBA students and I sit there in awe going, yeah, they're never going to use any of this. Right? A lot of people don't. All good knowledge, right? I get it. But school didn't teach me how to be an entrepreneur. And I know now they have majors of entrepreneur, but they really have majors in product development and innovation. It is not to be a micro entrepreneur, which is under $1 million, which is not even recognized by the Small Development Association. And it's not to be in service. Never to be in service. It's always product. So there's no schooling on just to serve others.
Okay, so I think back to when I was a kid, I was introverted, and I still am. I do still consider, I don't see the correlation or the path of, I'd never interviewed people or spoke with people or I was painfully shy. Like I was the kid who would sit in silence. So I don't see the correlation there to you're saying about think back to when you were a kid. It was there.
Were you good in small groups? Did you ever lead conversation?
No, never.
You weren't a leader at all. I'm an introvert too.
I hated public speaking.
Public speaking is different because you grew into that. But a lot of times you'll find, and I don't know, maybe you're not working in your unique genius. Maybe you're just working in your zone of excellence. There's a big difference. Right? Excellence are things that we're great at and we make a lot of money at, but it's not always our genius.
I think this is what I was meant to. Let me rephrase. Yeah. I know this is what I was meant to do. I feel it in every fiber of my being. Yeah.
But it could come from a place of you knew at a young age you were meant to change the world. You knew you would do great things, right? There's this common thread of greatness.
I always wanted
how the path, it just happens that this is the way you're doing it.
Yeah. I always wanted to be a professional soccer player. That's what I wanted to do as a kid.
Okay. So that's greatness. Most athletes become entrepreneurs.
There we go. Maybe
they also become leaders. Most athletes become leaders.
Maybe that's it then.
Yeah.
What are some common challenges that you see that soul-led entrepreneurs face, and how do you guide them through those challenges?
The first one is, I didn't know I can do it that way, or people don't do it that way. Number one. And the second one is because it's soul-led. If they're coming from a place with a unique gift, they're intuitive or they're psychic or they have this other thing, it's usually that it's a natural gift. Why should people pay me for it? I'm always like...
Or they didn't realize it was a gift.
They don't think it's a gift worthy of being paid for. Mm-hmm. They usually realize it's a gift, but they feel like, okay, but it was a gift so I can serve others. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, yeah, people that have CPAs have a gift with numbers. Do you think they shouldn't be paid? People that became doctors have a gift of science. Do you think they shouldn't be paid? Everyone has a gift.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's just that yours showed up differently, right? So it's being worthy of being paid or having a really creating wealth, I should say. Yeah. And I used to work with all those people that were still in that scarcity mode. Now I kind of work with people that have a history of success. They had success somewhere in their life because that we can tap into and that we can grow because they're growth minded. I learned who's really a better client for me over time. Yeah.
Everything takes time to figure out and learn. So there you go.
Yeah. I still help them, but I do it all at my free level. So I still give it out there because my mission is to help everyone, but I don't work with them usually one-on-one. They're not going to invest in me to get to that next level. And I'm aware of that and I'm okay with it.
Yeah. And so in what ways do you believe that soul-led entrepreneurs can impact society and the broader business landscape? Also, what shifts do you think need to happen for businesses, corporations, and the collective to move towards a space where the soul-led model is encouraged and embraced and embodied more?
I do think it is moving. I definitely think it is moving. Being soul-led is really about being authentic and doing what feels right. And I think COVID helped create a lot of that, even at the corporate level, because we just had a company here in the US that told all their employees they had to come back to work. And the employees said, nope. And they said, you can never be promoted if you don't come back. And they all went, okay. I think it was like 65% of the company went, yep, okay, we're good with that. So those are people that are just going, it doesn't feel good anymore. So I'm not doing it. So the company, like a lot of companies, right, have to rework what they now know. It used to be like, you have to come to the office so we can see you. But all that work got done. Right? Everyone was still in business. Things got done. So that model doesn't work anymore. And it's really about the person, what feels good to you, what feels good to them, what feels good at a corporate level, your employees. Like honoring people that have different schedules, honoring people that have different talents or different time frames or time zones. Like my staff works all over the world. Right? And I was like, great. Now we're a 24-hour company. That's awesome. But we have to kind of figure out how does it work that we can all meet at a certain time. I can have my staff meetings in time zones that we all meet. I have a global company too. So it's figuring that out so it works for everyone and honoring what people do and people say. And
I think that's very interesting though, because you said roughly 65% stood up and said, yeah, I'm okay with no promotion, because undoubtedly all the time that fear creeps in and people will say, okay, and they'll just fall in line. So I'm curious how that all came together, because that's a huge number of people.
That's a number. Yeah. I hope I'm quoting it, but it's something like
even if it's
that it was that the company just went, oh crap. Like, like where do you go from there?
But the fact that many people said the same thing, it's almost like, did they all have a conversation with each other beforehand?
What's happening here, I don't know about the rest of the world, and you live in a different country than I do. I live in the US for our listeners. But what's happening here is it's called like the Great Resignation. Like people are just going, yeah, I'm not doing that anymore. Because when they were home, they realized, oh my God, I spent hours, especially in the state of New Jersey, you spent hours commuting. Like it's nothing to commute an hour and a half, 2 hours to work one way and then come home. That's a big chunk of your time. Yep. And that you have to be there in certain hours. But all of a sudden you're home. So you save the commute. So you have 4 hours more with your family or whoever you're hanging with, right? Or to yourself, right? Yeah. And then you realize I'm really not very productive at 9 to 5. But you know what? I'm really productive at 7 a.m. So I'll work from 7 to noon, take a 2-hour break so I can see my son's baseball game. And then I'll come back and I'll finish up whatever. And then I can talk to people at the other side of the world. Right? It's actually a better way. And people are way more productive when they can do things on their own terms.
For sure. I just think that's
it's a
very
better
interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. But
so many people.
But when a company said, okay, now we know that they've been doing this since 2020, 2.5 years they've been doing this. And all of a sudden the company's, yeah, we're bringing y'all back. And this is totally a guess. I have no information on this. But my guess is that they have these huge corporate buildings that are just losing money and you can't sell anything in this market anymore because no one wants big corporate buildings.
No.
The commercial real estate is kind of stinky right now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And they're losing so much money having these buildings. We're just going to bring everyone back. Not about we're still productive. It's still working out great for us. People are probably more productive. It wasn't really about that. And they didn't ask the employees. They just said, okay, it's time to come back.
They told them or tried to tell them.
And the employees were like, yeah, I don't think so. Now, I don't know what the breakout is, but I'm sure there's a lot of leadership in there too saying, well, I'm not coming back. I manage my team great right now. Why would I come back?
Yeah.
You know, so
you're right. The corporations are probably shitting their pants because they've got all this office space, the electric bills, all of these things that they've got to pay for. And we don't have any fucking people here. What are we going to do?
Yeah. Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. So I'm sure it was pretty scary. But,
I have no doubt.
Good for the people, because I know if it was me, and I know a lot of people have done that, they're just like, yeah, if you're going to make me come back, I'll just quit. I don't care.
That takes balls.
Yeah, but, well, they'll probably find something else. Or they'll stay and they'll do it, but they're going to be looking for another job. Is that the person you want to come back? Or do you want to say, hey, I honor your schedule and who you are. How can I make it better for you so you're a great team member?
Yeah, absolutely. I agree.
Because they're going to lose all those people anyway.
Yeah, and that's a huge bunch of people to lose because, like you said, people are realizing, wait a minute, I don't have to work from the office. I'm more productive at home. Fuck that. I'm not going back in.
Yeah, yeah.
But to get that amount of people on board, like just that's what boggles my mind the most, is that many people stood up and said, yeah, no, I'm not coming back in.
Yeah.
Even if
my
it was
guess
40%.
is it was like, I don't actually know. My guess is it was probably like full departments that had a department meeting and everyone went, yeah, we're all saying no. So there's 65 people. Then there's another 100 in another department. There's 50 over here. And it's crossing a picket line for a union. Are you going to be the one that says, I'll come back? I want the promotion.
Yeah, true. Very true. Yeah. So what is your vision for the future of soul-led entrepreneurship? How do you see it evolving?
So I think it is our future. And these micro entrepreneurs and service entrepreneurs don't really need big firms anymore, just like what we talk about. A lot of them are going to take the uniqueness and create their own business. And Zoom has given us this global market. I mean, that's all I work with. My community represents 22 countries right now of people just coming together and collaborating and saying, how's it for you over there? Or how's that country? I'm thinking of going over. And it's just sharing of best practices. But I really believe that we are the core group that are going to keep this commerce and this relationships between countries. Like I'm literally flying to Budapest Friday, which is 2 days from today for the listeners. And I had someone on my call who's like, wait, I live like a half hour from Budapest. Can I meet you for coffee? And I was like, that is so cool. And from there, I'm going to Vienna. I have someone else I'm meeting. And I'm like, this is wild. Because I've created since 2020 this global soul-led community of people that are doing great things in the world that I've helped build businesses that I've never met. And all of a sudden I get to travel the country and meet them all. Travel the world, not even the country.
Yeah, we've never had this kind of access.
Yeah, and I think, we're the ones that are going to pull us all together. We're the ones that cross these borders and say, we're all the same. We're all the same. How can I help?
I love it. What or how do you address and help overcome self-doubt and imposter syndrome in soul-led entrepreneurship?
So imposter syndrome can be alleviated for some time, but never go away.
Yeah, I don't think it ever goes away. It just
I
comes
don't think it
back
ever
in
goes
different
away.
forms.
I think it's actually a sign of growth. Now,
Mhm.
there's other limiting beliefs that are an actual problem. There's scarcity and money issues and self-esteem, and there's, self-worth,
Mhm.
value. There's a lot of limiting beliefs, but imposter syndrome is very unique because you're at a level where you don't feel worthy, but you were worthy going up that ladder, but you hit a ceiling and now you're like, okay, this is my belief system that I only believe I'm worthy to right here. And I can't get over this ladder. But there's another couple rungs on that ladder, but you're like, yep, this is it for me. I'm not worth anything after this rung right here. So it comes up a lot when we're scaling businesses, a lot. Or people have been at a plateau and we're like, okay, we have to talk through it. We have to show them they're worthy. And it happens to me. It's not like it happens to me. And it's very clear where it happens. It happens right before 100,000. It happens at 300,000. It happens at 700,000. And I've never worked with someone in the multi-millions other than corporations themselves, but not a single individual. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
So, but I have worked with people at 700,000 that just can't hit the million because it's a mental block. I was never meant to be there. But every single one of us does it. I do it as well. I always say, I don't know if it's sticky floors or glass ceilings, but in our head, we don't think we're worthy. It's just really about getting through. With my own personal clients, I'm a psychic facilitator, so I can, work with some subconscious beliefs. They're very easy to recognize, so we can just kind of clear them out and keep going.
Sticky floors or glass. I love that. What are some of your current projects or initiatives that you're most excited about that you're working on right now?
So I'm in beta right now working on what my draft name, what do you call like a pseudonym? Like the placeholder name is called my Soul Professional School. And what I've done is taken literally like a business major in school for entrepreneurs and rewrote it for a soul-led entrepreneur. And I'm going through beta right now. It's 16 weeks, but it's also a mentorship. So I'm not only teaching you as a group, and there's small cohorts. I don't think I can handle more than 5. Small cohorts in every business, teaching you as a group, like a theory, but we start with your ultimate dreams, your unique values, your core values, your like all of that for the first 4 to 6 weeks. We're doing all of that. But then I meet with you individually and we're applying it to your exact business because it's not just learning, it's actually applying and doing the mentorship. Because what I've learned in this beta is, I can't just teach. I want to make sure that you're doing it. Yeah. So it's really a lot more than a school. It's really a mentorship program. And I when I originally thought of it, I was like, it's okay. I'll do an entire curriculum and create a business school for these very specific people. And I'll have other teachers teach different things. Now that could eventually happen, but I also like this mentorship piece. So I don't know what will come out of that, but I'm allowing the space for it to create because we do need something.
Sure.
We do need something and I'm happy to lead it. But
sounds beautiful.
How else do we get people out there? Because people have a passion. They don't know how to run a business.
Yeah, very true. Love it. You are the one to do it. You are the chosen one, Camille.
Thank you.
So let's jump into the world of transformational leadership. How do you define transformational leadership and what qualities do you believe are essential for a leader in this realm?
So I really feel that the way I think transformational leadership really is allowing you and your staff or whoever you're leading. It doesn't necessarily have to be a staff, right? You could just be a coach of a little soccer team or it doesn't matter. You are a leader in somewhere in your life. You are a leader, but it's allowing the people under you to fully express who they are. And it's not, this is the way we do it. It's how do you think is best? So you're developing other leaders and critical thinkers below you.
Okay.
You're helping them transform into whatever they're supposed to be in life. And
you're not pointing and telling them this is how it needs to be done.
Yeah. I think there's a difference between a boss and a leader.
For sure. Absolutely.
Right? Yeah.
Yep.
So a leader is developing the people as a person. You're developing people.
Yeah. And I think another quality is that a leader knows or realizes that they don't have all the answers. And it's
Oh,
okay
yeah.
to ask for help, and it's okay to lean on your team if you have a team and go to them and ask for help too. I think that's a sign of a good leader, is knowing that, hey, I'm not the be all and end all. I don't have all the answers.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. It's a coordinated effort.
Yes,
right?
for sure.
But it should be like in your family or on a team or whatever it is. It's a coordinated effort.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So what's the process in your mind that best supports leadership development?
What I just said, just allowing the people to be their people, but asking their opinion. I always had, no matter how big my staffs were, I still have staff meetings, and I tell them what's going on, if it's their business or not. Like if it's if it's part of their job is what I mean.
Yeah.
Right. I tell everyone, this is what is happening at the company level. This is my vision for where I want to be. Right. This is where I'm stuck. Anyone got any ideas? Right. Or, so I am developing creative thinkers, and I'm honoring whatever they bring to the table, because I don't have all the answers. Right. I actually work better in a group. And that's why I actually created the membership and the masterminds that we have, is because I tell them, I'm a facilitator. I'm very strategic, but I'm a facilitator. I don't always know the answers.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But someone in this room does.
So let's workshop those ideas.
Yeah. So let's just bring it to the table. Tell me what your frustrations are. What's not working for you? It's called What Works, What Doesn't, and Why.
There you go. Looking back on your own leadership journey, what is one piece of advice that you wish you had received early on in your career?
That you could be authentically you. Don't hide a piece of yourself. Because I was taught what a professional should be.
Yeah.
How I had to dress, what I looked like, how I showed up. It's not really true.
Yeah, you can't behave certain ways in the boardroom. You have to behave this way. You have to wear this. You have to look this way.
Yeah.
You have to blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
It's bullshit.
Yeah. Also for women, I was a woman in the 80s. I did not have a mom that worked. I was taught very different things. And I had to break through a lot of that. And I didn't have a lot of role models.
Right.
Of women doing it. Right?
Yeah.
And I always really struggled with, like, how do I be a great mom and a professional woman? It was almost like, can I do both?
Yeah.
I never saw it.
Let's be honest, women were really conditioned. You have to choose one or the other. You can't have a career and be a mother. Sorry, that's not the way it works.
Yeah. So now at this age, life has changed, and I try to give better advice to my kids.
Yeah.
But I also say, I didn't know back then they're being brought up in a very different world. Right. Yeah. If I could tell myself that.
Yeah.
All about it. But
that's what you had.
Yeah. That's the way the world was.
We don't know what we don't know.
Yeah. We don't know what we don't know. Right. So I always say, as you get older, like in your 20s, especially for a woman, this might be sexist, I don't know, but I am a woman, so I think I can say it, right? Yeah. In my 20s, I just say about me. In my 20s, like, you have the rocking body and you look good, but you're not that bright, right? And as you get older, you get more wisdom and knowledge, but you lose all of that other piece. And I think the universe created that for a reason, right? Because we had to attract partners, and that's the way the world works. And then you get really smart and you're like, oh, okay, I get it. I think that's just the way it works. I'd rather have the wisdom and the knowledge that I have today than the body I had when I was 20.
All right. So how do you continue to evolve and grow as a transformational leader? And what are some of your future aspirations?
How do I grow? So I give myself the task of, I must learn 2 hours every single day. So it's either reading, listening to a podcast. I don't listen to live news. So it's always growing, right? I read ferociously. Like, I just always read. So I think that's really important. And what was my vision? I hope the community that I run, whether I'm the head of it or not, but I hope the idea of it is that all of these soul-led entrepreneurs are coming together in a global way, in a global collaboration, because we're the ones that are changing the world. We're the ones that are making the impact. And I'm trying to hold space for it and start it.
Okay.
But in the future, I think it is who we are. We just all have to step into it.
There you go. And
find
embody
each
it.
other. Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Community. I mean, it's the key. It's the foundation for everything. We need it. We cannot do it without community.
Absolutely.
It is connection, community. It's currency. It's the currency of today and going forward.
Yeah. Right. It's part of being human. Like we need each other.
Yes.
Yeah.
1000%.
Humans are social animals.
Yeah. You can't, all this bullshit about siloing ourselves and you can't ask for help. You can't, bullshit. It's what we've been conditioned and brought up to believe. But again, just like everything else, people are waking up and realizing, wait a minute, that's bullshit. We could do it this way. We need more of that. We need more people to wake up and realize. But it is happening.
I was going to say, we're in this great awakening, right? We're in this awakening period, but we're not all awake yet.
No, not yet.
Right.
Not
and
yet.
There's a lot of friction and people are fighting it, but
it's going to be the way.
It's all going to happen.
Yeah. You either get on board with it or you're going to get left behind.
Yeah. That's
plain
pretty
and
much
simple.
what's happening. Yeah.
Yeah. What is one tip or takeaway then that you can share that listeners can implement immediately to start embracing their inner leader and reconditioning their mind for the success they want?
I would say honoring yourself and honoring the people around you. Give space to allow things to be. I think it's so hard for people to just be in the present moment, right? They worry about what happened in the past or what's happening in the future. They can't change any of it.
Yeah.
It's useless. It's useless time. It's useless waste of energy. Like just stay in the present, right? And honor what's happening in that moment and honor every single person that you encounter, because every single person has gone through life. Their journey is different, right? They've learned differently. They've seen it differently. And you don't know what it's like for them. You only have it from one tiny little perspective. And your perspective is probably less than 1% of the world, right? A tiny little, it's probably closer to zero.
Yeah.
Every perspective.
Point one.
But everybody's perspective is different based on their knowledge of the world.
For sure.
So don't judge.
If you're right. If we stay stuck in the past, we're never going to be able to move forward. We're never going to be able to get out of that. Acknowledge the past, acknowledge what's happened, but let's get the fuck out of there. Let's stay in the present. And living in the future, you don't know what's going to happen in the future. You can't know.
No.
So let's just be in the present and do what we need to do to move forward each day by day. As mentioned off the top, you are a podcast host. Can you share with us a little bit about your podcast, the title, what it's about? And I know you recently told me that you are ending that
season.
Yes. So tell us a little bit about the podcast before.
Yeah. So it's called 6-Figure Souls, Doing Good and Making Money. And it started during the pandemic when I started hearing from my community, oh, we got to stop charging. We got to start doing all of our services for free now. People need our help. And I'm like, listen, I'm all for helping people, but you're going to go broke. You can't you still have to pay your bills. So what's that plan? So I started to interview and highlight people that have created businesses in their zone of genius in tandem with who they are and made over $100,000.
Okay.
And that's why it's called Doing Good and Making Money. So a lot of people start hobbies, but they're not actually making money, or they feel bad about making money. So I wanted to highlight all the people that were doing it and their journeys. And a lot of it are real struggles, real bankruptcies, addictions, divorces, horrible stories. But they're a part of the journey, and they're a part of a lot of people's journeys. So I really wanted to highlight it and just kind of talk about it. And they still did it. They still went through all of this stuff and they did it. And they had successful businesses. So I started that in 2020. Started actually as a summit, but I loved interviewing people so much that it turned into a podcast. And I've done that. This is my 9th season, although the seasons aren't full years, right? So this is my 9th season where I'm interviewing all the co-authors of my last collaborative book, because I'm ending that as well.
Wow, you're tying up everything.
I'm tying up a lot of stuff. So this is my end season.
Excellent. And it's time to release and move on to bigger and better
It
things.
absolutely is. Yeah. This has served me well. And I actually loved it. But now I'm going to start being on podcasts.
There you go. That's the way to do it. I think that's where everyone should start, is being a guest on podcasts. That's where we need to start, because you need to put yourself out there. You need to let people know who you are, what you're doing.
Yeah.
And the best way to do that is through being a guest. It's very hard to do that having your own podcast, because if you have guests, if you have guests, your focus is your guests. So it's hard to put yourself out there.
Yeah. It takes a lot of time. People don't realize it. It looks like fun, but it takes an enormous amount of time. Yeah.
Yeah. It does. It's a huge commitment for sure.
I have a child who's a writer and a producer of podcasts, and it's a full-time job. That's literally our full-time job. So yeah, it's a lot of work.
Yeah, for sure. Now, also mentioned, you are a 2-time best-selling author. I'd love for you to speak a little bit about that, the stories or the books you've written, participated in. Can you tell us the titles, subject matter, all the things?
Yeah, I am a lead author of a series called the Ultimate Guide series. And the first book was The Ultimate Guide to Creating a Soul-Aligned Business. The second book is The Ultimate Guide to Becoming a Successful Soul Professional, because once you create it, you actually have to be successful. And the third book is going to be coming out in September of 2024, and that'll be the end of the series. And it's called The Ultimate Guide to Leaving Your Legacy, about the impact you want to leave in the world and like kind of why you did your business.
Was writing something that was always part of, did you always write?
No. In fact, I did not call myself a writer at all. And weirdly, I always wanted to write a book, but I was scared to write. And I had met who became my publisher through someone else, not looking to talk to a publisher, just kind of met. And by the end of the conversation, I was like, all right, I'm going to do it. And just, okay. And I was like, I'm not going to do one, I'm going to do 3. And this is what it looks like. I already knew exactly what it was. Yeah. And I was like, I'm going to do 3 books. This is what they are. So I knew in that moment, and that was 2021 or 2020 when I actually signed the contract. I think it was end of 2020. I signed the contract and knew I was going to do 3 books. But now I can call myself a writer. And I feel very comfortable. In fact, this last book, I literally just sat down and wrote, and I was like, I've become a writer. I didn't even have to think about the story. But each book, I told my own story, like how and why I created it. I went through this nasty divorce and everything, but I told my whole story. And the second one was becoming successful. I talked about some big failures that I learned along the way and lost a lot of money, but I put it out there, right? And I told my story. And then the third one was all about leaving the legacy, where I taught about moving, because I recently moved. So I talked about my move and how that shifted who I was. And then started dropping all of this stuff and creating the school and mentorship program.
Do you see yourself writing again, another book?
Yeah, absolutely. We'll do a solo book. Yeah. I will probably do a number of solo books, but I will not do a collaborative book again. But I needed to do that. It was part of my step.
I think that's a good place
to become the writer I am today.
I think it's a great place for people to start, is being part of a collaborative book. Yeah. I think it's a great stepping stone for sure.
Yeah. I will probably take all of those writings and create a single book from just my parts, not all of everyone else's parts, my parts, because it literally tells my story.
Yeah.
And then do something after that or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Let's see how it unfolds.
We'll see how it unfolds. I don't know.
Camille, what do you think your unique skill set or superpower is that's helped you become successful?
I see what others can't.
All right.
Yeah, I definitely have a gift. I'm also intuitive, so that really helps. But I just get it.
Yeah. And so speaking of success, how do you define that word? What does success mean to you?
So success to me is, of course, everyone wants to live in luxury and blah, blah, blah. I don't really need all the stuff. I'm not a stuff person. I do like to travel. So success to me is being able to travel anywhere in the world and send plane tickets to my kids to meet me.
Love it.
Yeah.
What would you say is one of the most important things you've learned in your life? And what was your life like before you learned it? What was your life like after learning it?
I would say I've probably learned a lot of good lessons. Here's a good one. I was going to go, don't marry, don't do this. But then I thought, okay, what's the core of all that? And the core was when something doesn't feel good, don't do it. Because there's a reason why it doesn't feel good.
To trust your intuition.
It's trusting your intuition. Yeah. And you don't have to do anything just because society said so. Your people said it's just you be you.
So what was your life like before you learned that lesson?
I was married.
Your children came out of that marriage, so that was a good thing.
I honestly have no regrets. I have no regrets in life ever because everything, I have no failures.
Yeah.
But it allows me to be authentic. Like I don't need anything and I just allow, which is so nice. I'm at this higher place of, I don't really judge. I try to understand everyone from where they're coming from. I'm just in this totally different place. But, it took 57 years. So
it takes time to get there.
Oh my gosh.
But as long as we learn all along the way and take those lessons in order to move ourselves forward, that's the important thing.
Yeah. It's honoring ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just as you said earlier, we should honor ourselves first and foremost, but also honor those around us.
Absolutely.
And so what is one thing that you know now that you wish you knew when you first started your entrepreneurial journey?
I was going to say to stay in my zone of genius, but honestly, I knew it. I think I struggled to actually find it and capitalize on it. It took me a long time to understand that people were actually attracted to me as a person, right? It wasn't bringing into the company or the membership. So I kind of sold everything wrong because I didn't want to be the figurehead of the company. But now I know that I am the magnet. It's me.
That's what attracts the people in.
It's what attracts people in. So I had to kind of honor that and just be like, okay, that's you.
That's a lesson I'm learning right now.
Yeah, you have to step into it or you'll never
You got to own that shit.
You got to own that shit. And let me tell you, it's hard. It's hard to own that shit.
I know it is.
Yeah.
It is.
Because all of a sudden you're like, what? Like, why do you want to meet me?
Me?
And you jump on a call and people are just, oh my God, I can't believe you got on a call with me. I was like, why? I got nothing else to do this hour. You're in my book. But to also honor that means a lot to them. So to really listen and hold space for them in every single moment.
And receive that from them.
And receive that.
Receiving is a huge piece, right?
That's a big one. Receiving, I had to work a lot on receiving and I had to work a lot on asking for help.
Wait a minute, were we separated at birth? I'm learning this too. Yeah. Receiving is a huge piece of it that I'm just learning now as well. It's massive. So incorporating both of these things, it's tough, man. It's fucking hard. It's a lot of hard work. And it's constant work. You have to keep practicing and moving through it. It's not fucking easy.
Yeah. Each year I pick a word and 1 year, I think it was like 2 years ago, the word was help. To ask for help and to learn to receive help because I didn't receive help.
Yeah.
Now I've worked on it since then because I don't just stop at the end of the year. But it was a big year though. That was a big year.
And you're still working on it.
I'm still working on it. But when people say, oh, I can help you or can I give you a session or and I never wanted to bother people or use up their time. I'm like, yeah, I messed up. Come help me out. Or even talk through things or whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
And to receive, or when people say nice things to me, to be able to receive it without saying something stupid back.
That's a big thing too, or deflecting or just moving on to the next thing. Because I've learned that when people do that for you and you don't receive it, that's not fair to them.
Yep. Exactly.
Oh, the lessons we learn.
They're rough.
Constant. Okay, we're going to jump into a little rapid fire section. So the next grouping of questions will just be 1, 2, 3, 4-word answer type thing. Okay.
Oh God.
You got this. I believe in you. You can do it. How would you describe yourself in one word?
I don't know. This is not going to be that rapid.
That's what editing's for.
I'd say soulful. I don't know.
Okay. If you could teach the world one thing, what would it be?
Be authentic.
What is one of your favorite quotes?
Oprah Winfrey said it when I was a kid. It said, you can have it all. You just can't have it all at once.
What is one thing you want but cannot buy with money?
My children's love. I have it. Also, wait, I have a better answer. Just clip that one out. No.
Yeah.
Memories.
Okay. What is one thing you love about yourself that is not related to your physical appearance?
My energy, I guess.
What is one of your favorite self-care practices?
Having coffee alone on a chair, not talking to anyone.
Silence, solitude.
Coffee. Yes.
Coffee. There you go. That concludes our rapid fire section. Now back to our regularly scheduled program. I created a bonus question that I did not send to you ahead of time.
No.
Yeah. Okay. A little surprise for you. If you could take one feeling or one belief and bottle it up and give it to people, what would it be?
Joy.
If you could step into my shoes, what question would you have asked yourself that I did not ask you?
I don't know. Actually, have you always been this way? Because we changes. I would say yes. Yes. No, I have not actually. My mother is always shocked at what I do in life. Really? She's like, you write a book. You hated writing. You speak on stages. I cannot picture that.
All right. What is your why, Camille?
I want to help other people bring their gifts to the world because I believe everyone has a unique genius and the world needs it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I know they all are too because they're kind of fun.
I think it's our responsibility to share our gifts with the world.
Yeah.
That's part of why we're here, is to share those gifts, to find them and then to share them because someone will benefit from them for sure.
Absolutely.
If you had the opportunity to sit down and have a 1-hour conversation with one woman, any woman in the world, who would it be?
Oprah Winfrey.
I didn't even finish the question. Oprah.
She's the bench woman. She's everything.
Okay.
I got a picture of her on my vision board over here. And I will meet her one day and we will do something together.
All right. There you go. You heard it here. You're putting it out to the universe right now.
It's just a when, not an if.
Yes. If you could go back and give your younger self one piece of advice, what would that piece of advice be?
You be you.
All right. Lastly, if you were to deliver your last 30-second speech to the world, your tribe, your people, your corner of the world, what would that last 30 seconds sound like? What words of wisdom would you impart?
It would be live your truth and embrace your uniqueness in every moment and everything you do. Let your inner compass guide you fearlessly. When you honor your truth, you radiate sincerity and inspire others to do the same. Our journey on this earth is one of self-discovery and growth, where every decision reflects your commitment to make a positive impact. So in conclusion, dare to listen to your soul's whispers, embrace your unique path, and live authentically, for that is where truth, fulfillment, and purpose reside.
Wow.
And the crowd roars.
You can get down off your soapbox. I love it. Camille, thank you so much. This has been, as I knew it would be, such an incredibly fun, amazing, inspiring conversation. You and I, when we converse, when we have a chat, it's always amazing and it's always fun. We always laugh. So thank you for bringing laughter into this. Thank you for sharing about the beautiful light you put out into the world through the work you're doing. Thank you for sharing your time, your story, and just for being here. It's an absolute honor to have had the opportunity to sit down and speak with you. Keep on shining your bright, beautiful light out into the world and doing the amazing things you're doing. I am grateful to have you as a member of the Empowerography community.
Thank you, Brad. Thanks for having me too. And I honor all the work that you are doing to bring women to light.
Thank you. It is my honor and my pleasure. Once again, my name is Brad Walsh, host of your Empowerography podcast. Today, my guest has been Camille Miller. She is a transformational leader, a celebrated influencer who works with soul-led entrepreneurs, the creator of the Soul Professional Society, a podcast host, soon to not be a podcast host anymore, an adjunct professor, a speaker, a master teacher, and a 2-time Amazon bestseller, soon to be a 3-time Amazon bestseller. Thank you so much, Camille. I appreciate you. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you very much for listening to this podcast. If you haven't yet, please be sure to subscribe, rate, review, and share with all your friends. You can find me at visuphoria.ca and follow me on Instagram at Empowerography Podcast and on Facebook at Empowerography. Please join me next time for another inspirational story from yet another amazing woman.